Wakisha Bailey, we were told she just spoke to officials there on the scene. She has a bit more information, the latest update now on what happened there early this morning. So Wakisha, what are you learning now?
Yeah, good morning, Jan. As we know, firefighters have been out fighting this fire since about 4 o'clock this morning. All hands are on deck, and we're constantly getting these updates. Now, we've been asked to be pushed a little ways back so that they can begin doing their work. And graciously enough, joining us this morning is Chief McCarthy, right? How are you today, sir?
I'm good. How are you, ma'am?
So you just kind of gave us an update. Before our viewers that are just kind of tuning in right now, can you explain everything that's happening right behind you?
Yeah, so this morning there was an explosion roughly before 5 a.m. this morning. Our crews got on location and found 3 residences primarily impacted by the explosion, collapsed on themselves. Our crews got in there, were able to extricate 2 elderly women and transport them to local hospitals, one being in stable condition and the other being in critical condition.
Now, since we've been out here, it's a lot of neighbors' homes that are also impacted. As you know, this street, it's tightly packed. What are you telling residents to do right now? We're seeing them pack up their things.
So we have our community action teams out here going door to door on this block and the adjacent blocks because, again, the blast doesn't just affect the primary residents, but also the houses around and the houses on the southern side of this as well. Windows blown out, doors, partial collapses to some residences. So we've been going door to door with our community action teams, getting accountability also with our special operations companies and just getting people resources. And if they are in a dwelling that we feel is not stable, we've gotten them out of that, assisted evacuating them, and then we also, in conjunction with OEM, the Red Cross, and other city partners, have set up temporary shelter down the street to provide for them to get out of this heat as we have this ongoing investigation and operation going on.
Now, Chief, you're also asking, cars to be moved. Are you guys towing these cars out? What's the concept behind that?
So we have assistance with Philadelphia Police Department, and we're going to move all these vehicles out because we want to get more of our special operation vehicles in here to do a more thorough investigation with not only our fire marshal, LNI, and ATF to really put piece to piece what happened here this morning and identify every nook and cranny essentially with the dwelling that you see behind me.
Yeah. Can you talk to us a little bit about the steps that you're all taking? Like, we do know that you're trying to extinguish the fire before you can really go in there and look for people who may be unaccounted for.
So yes, when you have an explosion, obviously you also have fire, so we're mitigating that. You'll see the hose line that we have working on that. We have, in conjunction with PECO, shutting down the power lines that you'll see. They're running all up and down this block, so that could present a potential hazard to our providers and our rescuers that are going in. So making sure all that, we're all on the same page. And just the goal is, again, to go grid by grid, brick by brick, to put the pieces together on this and really see what happened here this morning.
Now, we're seeing other people. We've got PGW here. We're also seeing ATF here. Can you tell us why they're here as well?
So ATF works in conjunction with our fire marshal office. Anytime we have some type of explosion or fire or anything of that magnitude, ATF, they work very closely together. So that's a normal procedure, but again, we get all the resources out here so we can do an extremely thorough investigation of this.
Now, a lot of the neighbors that are asking to leave their homes right now, why is that? Why can't they stay there, and why are they being asked at this hour to leave?
Well, again, with LNI out here and our partners, making sure that the stability of their houses potentially is hazardous to them. The ones that we had to evacuate, there was no choice just because of there could be secondary collapses that we did see on all around the primary dwelling. So with that, we go door to door assisting, but also if LNI deems it's unsafe, we get people out of that properly and assist them, evacuating them, and get them resources.
Okay, and I know that they're asking us to move as they're asking you to move as well. So we're going to let you get back to doing your work. Is there anything that you could tell our viewers that are watching right now?
Right now, honestly, it's going to be an all-day operation. And with this, obviously, the heat, not only just for our responders, but the people that live in this block, are impacted by this community. We're doing everything that we can to support this community.
And will you be giving us an update anytime soon?
I will. I'll probably give you an update once I have any pertinent updates to follow along, and I'll find you guys.
And only 2 people were transported as of right now, correct?
Yes, only 2 people transported by the Philadelphia Fire Department, yes.
Okay, do you know if they were related at all?
We don't.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Okay, so Jan, as you can see, it's a very active situation here. They are once again starting to move all of these cars from off of this street. We are on Bristol Street, and they're asking us to as well move. So we're going to go ahead and get out of their way so that they continue to do the work. But as you just heard, it is going to be an all-day event for these firefighters. There are quite a few homes that have been impacted and families. And just so we can just zoom our cameras, you can see the people actually looking over here. As you can see, so many people are just out. Now they're practically displaced as they are asked to leave their homes, pack up their things, and head over to Steele Elementary School at the end, where the Red Cross will be able to assist them. We don't know how long or when these folks will be able to return to their homes. I mean, there's kids, as you can see, people are holding their backpacks, making the necessary phone calls as well. So we're going to be out here all day, and as we continue to get an update from officials, we'll be sure to relay that information back to you. Sending it back to you, Jan.
Bailey reporting live there from Nicetown-Tioga. Wakisha, please get to a safe space, and we'll get back to you with the latest information. Thank you. Breaking right now on CBS News Philadelphia, 3 homes in Nicetown-Tioga are reduced to rubble today following an overnight building collapse. Right now, rescue crews are there on the scene, prepared to dig through that rubble, searching for survivors. This as terrified neighbors share their stories with us. Today is Sunday, June 29th. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jan Carabeo. We want to continue with this breaking news out of North Philadelphia. Heading now to our reporter there live on the scene, Ray Strickland, to bring us up to date on what we know happened early this morning and the firefighting efforts that are happening at this hour. Ray, good morning.
Good morning to you, Jan. And at this hour, Philadelphia police have evacuated everyone off of West Bristol Street after these homes collapsed in this explosion. They're being sent to a nearby elementary school. It's extremely hot out here, so officials wanted to make sure they had a place to cool off. As you can see behind me, those firefighting efforts are still happening at this hour. I'm not sure if you could see it now, but when we got here, smoke was kind of just billowing into the air. Hot spots were still active at those homes, and right now, Philadelphia firefighters are working to put those out before they can dig through the rubble and get this investigation, that is already underway, to really get started on it. Right now, they're also trying to clear out these cars here so they can get their equipment here. We just heard from the chief, these special vehicles are trying to get into the street so they can get a closer look and also get a better angle so they can get this investigation really going. But we've been told that at least 2 people were transported to the hospital, both elderly females, one in critical, one in stable condition. We do not know if they were related to each other at this time, but we do know that they were transported to the hospital. 3 homes were impacted in this explosion. All 3 collapsed. You can see now they have been reduced to rubble. Now, I spoke to a neighbor who lives directly next to those homes. He said he was inside his house at the time this happened. He said he heard a loud boom, what sounded like a bomb, thunder, a loud rumble, and of course he and all of his other neighbors ran outside in a panic, not knowing what was going on. Obviously a very sad day here in Philadelphia. I also spoke to a person who lives on the other on another street, I should say, behind the homes that collapsed. And he told me he just got off of work, and he said he was inside of his car when this explosion happened. He said it shook his car, and he also said it busted his windows as well. And he's on another street. So this is an explosion that is impacting not just Bristol, but maybe 2 other streets as well. We were told at least, or I should say over 10 residents were impacted by this. I also spoke to a neighbor who said she still hasn't spoken to her mom, who lives in one of these homes. So there could potentially still be people unaccounted for. And of course, that's why these cars are being cleared out. That's why people are being evacuated, so firefighters can dig through that rubble, and just in case there is still someone in there. Now, again, we're hearing at least 2 people were transported to the hospital, both elderly females, one critical, one in stable condition right now. Again, what they're doing right now is trying to spray down these houses that still having some active hot spots right now. So that is the big focus right now. Also clearing people out of these homes. PGW is on scene. The ATF is on scene assisting the fire marshal in this investigation. So this is an all-day operation, like the chief told us not too long ago. And what they're trying to do right now, again, is just clear out these cars, get people out of their homes, and get them to safety to that nearby elementary school, which is on the other side of Bristol of where Wakisha is. So again, ATF is here, PGW is here, obviously firefighters are here. This is going to be an all-day operation. There's